day started off horrible today. I got up early to take my son to work, only to find out that he didn't have work because it was inclement weather. And then I couldn't find any of my stuff for school. I had asked my son to clean out the car, and he did not, so I went to get my stuff and couldn't find it. I went to the car, and the rear of my vehicle was just piled high with stuff, stuff just thrown on top of stuff. My son's car seat had been taken out and thrown in the back. I mean, just like all these things. Now I have to put a car seat in. I have to empty out the car to try to find what I'm looking for. When I got down to the bottom, things had spilled all over. There was Tylenol bottle that had gotten cracked, and there was just because of the lack of care in the way that things were put in the back. Anyway, on top of that, I had no dog food this morning, and when I got to the store before school, it was closed. It was supposed to be open, but it was not open. So I went to a second store, and they were not open. And by that time, I was late for school, and just, this is the kind of day that I'm having. And I'm sure nobody can relate to that kind of day. Yesterday was a long day. I worked 10 hours, and then I went to a parenting class last night for 4 hours. So I left my house at 6:15 in the morning, and I got home at 11:30 at night. And so this start to the day was on the heels of just a day that was really hard. So I was unable to prepare for anything yesterday, which is normally what I would have done after work, is prepare for school the day before. But, you know, that didn't work out yesterday. So totally frustrated this morning, on the verge of tears, not being kind to my son, who did not follow my instructions and therefore left a mess for me to try to weed through. And when I did approach him on that in a fashion that was not kind, he responded with defensiveness and anger, and which escalated the problem. I have since apologized for my behavior and told him that I should have discussed it with him in a more reasonable fashion and not yelled at him. Anyhow, everybody has days that feel like this. They obviously are not going to be the exact same circumstances as mine are. However, we all have days where we feel like it's just one thing after another, and I could keep on naming things that didn't go well today. So it's lunchtime, and I'm back in the car because we had to shuffle cars and shuffle people in order to make the day work. And I'm thinking about how fortunate I am, and how it's a shame that I let these little things really eat at me, because we live in a country where we have so much. I didn't have to walk anywhere this morning. I had a car in the driveway that started, and it took me where I needed to go. And it wasn't inconvenient that I had to then leave and go pick up my son and take him somewhere else. Like, yeah, that's inconvenient, but also at the same time, if I focus on the negative instead of the positive, I have a car. It runs. It gets us places faster, and it's cold today, so I'm warm in my car. So teaching myself, learning how to be grateful for things that, yes, can cause us annoyance and cause us frustration and cause stress sometimes when they're not working properly. But the reality is, we live in a community, in a country, in a culture that we are very privileged. So taking time to be thankful for the things that we have that maybe we're taking for granted, I think is an important step in order to focus our attention and to back on a path of joy, having the joy, because I will tell you this morning it was really hard to find joy in my circumstances, and that's really all because I allowed that to happen. I don't control what other people do, but I control how I respond to other people. And so my response continued the cycle of being angry and frustrated and feeling like it was a bad day. So I think just learning how to more quickly refocus on the positive things in my life will make a huge difference on days like today. I really would like to be that person that just takes everything in stride, and even though I'm upset about something, and I should have been upset about what happened, but my response doesn't have to be ugly and mean and take me down a path of anger and frustration and meanness, really, even in my own heart. So learning how to just take that in stride and be thankful for things so that it can pull me out of that dark place. Okay, so school is over and I'm on my way to work. And it's funny because I have said in the last couple days to a couple of people that work is my relief, the thing that I do that brings some satisfaction as a single parent, as a homeschooling mom, as a entrepreneur and self-employed person. There are not too many places that I go and things that I do that I don't have to be solely responsible for the decisions that I make and the outcome that happens. And so work is a place where I go and I go in and they tell me what to do and I do it and they tell me, good job. Something that I don't hear that much at home from my children and such. And that's okay. That's not their job to tell me good job. But sometimes we just need something that's going to pick me up. And that's another thing that helps me to feel a little bit better about myself is when I go to work and I'm reminded that the things that I do well. I do things with my whole heart. I make decisions that are good for my family and the best that I can. And so anyway, so going to work is something that brings a little bit of joy, peace, and a feeling of support and a job well done. So I Wednesday nights after school I work, and I enjoy it very much. And it's like for some people, they go to the gym, I go to work outside of the home because I work a lot. I work all the time. Everything that I do is work. And as moms, whether you're a single mom or not, whether you're a homeschooling mom or not, whether you work outside of the home or not, your job is every minute that you are home, every minute that you're with your kids, every minute. So it's a little bit different, I was with a bunch of people last night in that parenting class, and one of the questions was, isn't it okay for me as a dad to come home and want to just relax and have a drink and just have nobody talk to me for a few minutes? And sure, I guess that's fine, sure, but I don't get to do that. Like, I'm on all the time. The place that I go to relax is work. So anyway, it's just interesting, the different perspectives, the different roles that we have. I'm not saying that a dad and a mom have the same role. They don't have the same role. They help each other out. They can cross responsibilities and all that kind of stuff. But my role, my God-given role as a mother and his God-given role as a father are different. Our responsibilities are different. Our kids go to us for different things because that's natural for them. That's just the way that it was designed, and that's all good. So anyway, I'm headed off to work, and I hope you guys found something in here that makes you feel a little bit better, if you've had a bad day, if you're having a bad day, if you handle it well, great. If you didn't handle it well, welcome to the club. So thank you for joining me and watching. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that notification button so that you'll be notified when new content is posted. And I want to hear your comments below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.